youngsters on the ice in the intermission here at Allstate Arena. The Wolves are right back here tomorrow night to take on Peoria at 7 o'clock on My 50. For tickets, stop by the Allstate Arena ticket office, log on to ChicagoWolves.com or call 1-800-THE-WOLVES. Of course, you can catch the Wolves on demand exclusively with Xfinity TV from Comcast. Watch game highlights, special features, and game replays. For more information, call 1-800-XFINITY today. In the first intermission, the Wolves have the 1-0 lead over Abbotsford. And prior to tonight's game, Billy sat down with the head coach for this month's Lever Report.
Thank you, Jason. John, first of all, the break itself. It's mentally, I think it's good for everybody. How about yourself? You went home to Buffalo. Did you get a few days to relax?
Oh, it was wonderful. To get 4 full days home with the family and the grandson, so cool. It refreshed me, so I just hope it refreshed the players.
How about the snowfall in Buffalo? Obviously here we got a lot, but how was it there?
Well, Chicago put Buffalo to shame. For once, they won the battle of the snow. I don't know if they're happy about it, but they won the battle of the snow here, definitely.
Amazing couple of days here. Don, talk about the break itself. A lot of times you'll see a team that's playing very well. They'll say, geez, I wish we weren't going on this break because things are going so well. Or if you're going the other way, if it's a negative atmosphere, things aren't going well, the break is needed. Where was your club at this point?
Well, if you look at our last game, we needed to get the heck out of town. Sure. And, but we have actually played a very solid. The first game we won. The second game in San Antonio I was very happy with. We just couldn't score, and they came out and put us away in a hurry in the Oak game. And I guess the tough thing since after Christmas has been our inconsistency. And but you can look at everything. It's been call-ups. It's been our 5-on-5 play. It's been our power play when we needed goals, but we just can't get ourselves in a position where we're at least getting points, which everybody else in the division seems to be doing.
Let me ask you, it's funny because at the All-Star break, everybody talks about it being halftime almost, and the second half of the season, but the Wolves only have 28 games remaining, so it's almost a sprint in the West Division, and the West Division is so tight. Top to bottom, we'll take away Rockford, but first to seventh is 6 points.
Well, that's what our little chat we had this morning was about, that we have to get into playoff mode right now. It's everything's just so close. 2 wins put you back close to first place, and 2 wins put you back in. And I would like us not to be in a position in the last week and a half to be having to win every game to get in. Sure. And that's the point right now that I'm trying to make with us, that we have to be in a playoff mode. We have to get ourselves playing very solid defensively, and we have to we have to start playing better 5-on-5.
Have you ever seen at about the 50-game mark a division like this, though, the top 7 teams 6 points? It's amazing.
No, it is. It's very tight, and they're all good teams. Sure. That's the and San Antonio is they're just starting to get players back, but I'm very impressed with our division. Oklahoma came out of nowhere where we didn't think that they would be that strong, and then bang, bang, they get some pretty good veterans there, and their young guys which they should be. They've been drafting pretty high for a long time, but they've come in, and I think the surprise has been Milwaukee, but they've always been, team-wise, they're just like Nashville. They keep finding ways to win, and with us, it's just been inconsistency and trying to find the right balance. And obviously that homestand hurt a bit, but we're still a good hockey team, and I have to keep reminding them that we're a good hockey team. But we have to find a way to get on a real solid roll.
Well, let me ask you then, obviously you have to be proud of the fact that the guys fought back on the road after 7 straight defeats on that one trip. You've really clawed your way back there, so I think you've got to be happy with that situation. Can you tell us a little bit about home, though? Some great crowds on hand at times, and you really struggle a little bit. You're 2 games above 500, but it's just not like the home should be.
Well, no, definitely. It's very disappointing, and if you had the answer for it, I don't know. We've tried everything different, turning music off at different times, and having meetings in the morning instead of afternoon, doing this, doing that, bringing guys in, yelling at them, not yelling at them, hugging them. But it's, I sometimes, you just wonder if it's just the makeup of our hockey team, the chemistry of our hockey team, or what. You start to get it, and we just can't get that peak performance at the right time from everybody, and we need our leadership to get into a mode where they're playing real solid hockey where they can carry everybody, and I think that's the key right now. And again, our goaltending has to be real solid. And unfortunately, Mac just gets himself on a roll and started playing the way he can play, and he got called up. And before that, Peter just got into a mode where he was trying, then he got called up. And I'm not, I'm not making excuses. It's the reality of the situation.
Well, I was going to ask you about that because I think it definitely has to be consistent, your goaltending. You can't win without good goaltending. And stemming from that, specialty teams, power play has been almost first all year long. That has been very good, and you mentioned earlier about consistency there. But the penalty killing is 30th. I'm not sure if you can move up because of the percentage. It got pretty good at one time, but obviously that is an area that has to get better down the stretch.
Well, like you said, it was just that it was almost a 10-game during that stint where we went from 85 to 70%, and since then we've actually gone up to, I think it's 75. I'm not sure where it is right now, but we're not going to raise much more. Our penalty killing's actually been better, trying to find different guys to use, but you run out of different guys to use, and again, the type of goals they're getting is very frustrating. I think we must lead the league in 5-on-3s against, and usually we're pretty good. We've been pretty good at that, but that's caught up with it. But it's a concern. Our penalty killing, it's a big concern, and it's something that, as coaches, we've implemented some things that we've tried differently, and we've used different guys, but there's only so many guys on a hockey team.
Lastly and quickly, 28 games remain, 24 within your own division where you have struggled somewhat. Against the North Division, you have a fine record. But what do you tell the guys? What are you looking at with only 28 games remaining and every other team has games in hand?
Well, just what we talked about earlier, we have to be in a playoff mode. Maybe a good thing that we're against our division because we can make hay if we play solid. But again, our defense has to be real solid and play within themselves. Our forwards, again, just they don't have to do the other guy's job. They just have to be. Our good players have to be good. Our role players have to be real solid with the roles. Guys that don't block shots have to start blocking shots. We have to do the little things to get our overall team game consistent.
Thanks for the input. Great stuff, Don, and best of luck in these last 28 games to get this team in the playoffs.
Thanks a lot, Bill.
And we'll be back with more of the first intermission after this.